have an overhead light in my garage, and I bought one of these giant light bulbs. It's like super bright. And I have another one here. Here's one. Here it is right here. I don't even remember what this thing was, but it makes a lot more light even than, you know, my favorite light bulb before was these. Those are actually pull 35 watts, but they're the equivalent to a 100-watt light bulb, they say, from back in the old days. Well, these pull 60 watts and they're equivalent to a 250-watt light bulb back in the old day, if I remember everything correctly. And they're not cheap, but you know, you can spend a lot of money and time on fluorescent lights, the old style fluorescent lights, tube lights, installing them and then putting new tubes in them when they go bad and all that stuff. So I just figured for the simplicity and ease, that would kind of be the way to go. Now, Charlie is in the car. If you look right inside the Rambler, you can see him in there. He's curled up over on the other side. He likes to be close to me, and he kind of likes the heat. And both the windows are down, but the sun's shining in there, so it's probably a kind of a warmish spot. But and I got him a little blankie in there if he needs it, so I can work right here and keep an eye on him while Honey Baby's gone to the store, and he can see me, so he's not in the house feeling like he's left out and alone. And then I got you guys with me who, you know, also doesn't make you feel like you're left out and alone while I'm doing stuff. You can hang out and watch me. So what I'm going to do today is run a piece of wire over this band and that band up to that light up there. This is pretty simple wiring. It's just a couple of wires and a ground if you have access, you know, a place for a ground to run a light bulb. So it's about as simple as it gets. And I've got some wire over here. Let me step down to the front of the boat. I hear you there, buddy. I hear you. I know that you're out there. I see you. Yes, I do. So I've got 50 feet of this 12-2, which is adequate. And I'm just going to run it. I got a little piece of wire here. I could run it all the way back to here, but I think out here would be better. I don't think I need it to be too far in there. I'm right here, Charlie. You're not alone, buddy. I'm right here. I got enough of this so that I could run it out back, and I got that little back little pole barn shed garage thing back there where I keep the Rambler, or sometimes I keep this boat back there. I'm thinking about getting this boat out. I might stick it back in back there, but I'm thinking about getting it out, and I think I'm just going to let this wire just fall. Yeah, like that. I have to reach up and do this. And then I can kind of go that way. But anyway, I got enough of this wire so that I could go through the wall over here. I got light plugs back here right into that shed. And then run me some wires back there. Right now I got all that back there on drop cords and stuff like that. This isn't real super high tech here. Just enough to do what I need to do. All we're going to do is stick a light bulb up on that, out. Well, I'm going to wire this into that and come back here and hang a light bulb up by the wire. This is not USDA approved, but since we don't have any milk cows here, so I don't think I need USDA approval for what I'm doing. Some of y'all won't understand that. Some of you will go right over your head, but that's okay. I don't have to understand everything I say. I want to take this boat out of here, as I'd have a hard time getting up that high in a ladder if this boat wasn't here. So it kind of makes sense to get this done now while the boat's still here before I take it out. I've got a fish hook on this pole and it just sunk itself into my shirt. So now I'm hooked on my own fishing line. That ain't what I had in mind here. Dang. That's gonna be a problem. Getting me untangled from my fish hook. We gotta move that out of the way. Get rid of that. Okay. Well, I'm just about that much short. Wonder if I can run this wire a little more without actually climbing a ladder. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, that'll work good. I can do that. I can do that with my Leatherman. Not even have to come down and get a screwdriver. Oh, the joy! God bless the man that invented the Leatherman. I'm just saying. Very helpful. Very helpful to me. A little warmish up here. We're going to take this off. Alright, that's part one. Now I can come back here and wire the light on the back side. Part two. And it'll be done. Simple as that. Pretty sweet. Ain't very pretty, but it's gonna work. Oh. Oh. Oh, goodness. Yeah, sure will. Whee! I hear boats out on the lake. I talked to my buddy Rob up at the hardware store this morning, and he said it's coming up on crappie season, and I'm going to be seeing a lot more boats out there in a couple of weeks. He told me if he wanted to do some fishing, he's welcome to throw his boat in over at the ramp and come over here and hang out at in my cove and, you know, visit with us and stuff while he's fishing. I used to do a little crappie fishing when I was a little boy. My dad and mom had a lot up on Lake Lanier. Actually, I did too for a while, but I never did anything with mine. I bought it and then wound up going truck driving out on the road and turned around and sold it to my dad and mom. And they already had one too, so they built a house on the lot that I had. I think he swapped me a Volkswagen for it or something like that. Anyway, they lived over there for a number of years. But we used to go over there and we'd go down the water and hang a light out and fish off the end of the dock. We catch a bunch of them crappie. I hear they're good to eat. I eat fish, but I don't generally eat fish that I catch. There's something about all that cleaning and everything, and I just ain't gung-ho enough about it to get into all that, even though I like fish in general, you know. But I don't know, I've got a little, like a headlight bulb on a flotation device that you can drop down in the water and hook it to a boat battery or a car battery, and it'll make a light that attracts fish. Crappie in particular comes to the light because the bugs come to the light and they come to eat the bugs basically. And you just drop, you know, you put a minnow or cricket or whatever you got. Tear up a wasp nest and pull the little wasp babies out. Use them for fish bait. Just about anything. You can catch some crappie. I've seen, you know, on maybe on Facebook where some people caught some really big crappie in the past. But I don't know. It might be fun. You know, we're old now. We tend to go to bed kind of early, but it might be fun to stay up late one night when it's really warm and run down and drop a light bulb down in there and float around on the boat. And it's kind of fun. It's really kind of fun just to be on the water late at night when it's dark. I know I went kayaking up in Maine on that lake we got up there. In the middle of the night, pitch dark. Fish started jumping all around me, and it was a little bit frightening. There must have been some gigantic fish. I couldn't see them because it was in the dark. But boy, it was something. But it's kind of cool. Be down on the water in the nighttime. You know, see what's biting, see what's hanging around, and all that. Let's see now, which one goes to which one? I think the gold one is the, I don't think it matters on the light, but I can tell by looking. Yeah, the gold one is the hot wire, it's the black wire. So, we'll do this here. Gotta put a little kink in that. Stick this up here. I don't know if Eric Polston likes to fish or not, but if he did, or if he does. So Honey Baby always says this thermometer ain't right because the sun shines in the back of it. I don't know if that's true or not, but that thermometer says it's almost 64 degrees. Now, keep in mind, up in Maine, I believe it's supposed to have a high today of 26 or 27, a low of about 17. Now, I've lived a lot of years in Maine in the winter, year-round. Lived there, worked there, drove a gas tanker all over the state, hauled fuel up to the Canadian border, hauled truck stuff across the Canadian border. I ain't been no sissy when it comes to winter, but there's certain things that you're glad you did that you're glad you don't ever have to do again. And living in Maine in the winter is one of those things, and driving a truck is another. Look at that. See that pretty light up there? Now them two lights right there, they're gonna make this garage just be so bright. And now that I've done that, I can take this boat and pull it out of here. I believe I can pull it out with my lawnmower. And then we can get all this stuff off the boat. This stuff right here is for painting the hull and that aluminum boat that's out back. And I've got some magic soldering welding rods ordered up to work on that hole in that too. And but it might be nice to get this boat out of here, vacuum it up. It's got a lot of these insulation particles in it and some pieces of leftover wire and things. And but then I could fit the Rambler in here, or just have some room in here to move things around and make things work. And, you know, just having the boat out is kind of special. I mean, you know, 26 degrees at home and I got my bass boat out. Just think about that. There's something about that just electrifies me. It makes me happy. It makes me very happy. Okay, so, Charlie, you thirsty, buddy? I see you looking at water. I see you looking for water. I got water right there. Let me fix Charlie up.